They said Babylon was a city of miracles, a place where kings touched the heavens and gods walked among mortals. But behind the shimmering walls and the fabled hanging gardens lies a truth that's far stranger, far darker, and far more magnificent than legend ever dared to whisper. Once, in the heart of Mesopotamia, between the great rivers Tigris and Euphrates, there rose a city so radiant it seemed to defy nature itself, Babylon, a name that echoed across the deserts, whispered by traders, feared by rivals, and worshipped by poets. To its enemies, it was the seat of arrogance. To its people, it was the center of the world. When the sun struck its golden gates, the city glittered like a mirage. Towering ziggurats stretched toward the skies, none more famous than the Etamananki, the house at the foundation of heaven and earth. Some believe this was the very inspiration for the biblical Tower of Babel. Imagine it, a colossal structure of sun-baked brick, wrapped in glazed blue tiles, rising hundreds of feet into the air, a defiant monument to human ambition. And at the heart of this wonderland stood its most mysterious marvel, the Hanging Gardens. Lush terraces overflowing with palm trees, exotic flowers, and cascading waterfalls. It's said they were built by King Nebuchadnezzar II for his homesick wife, Amadis of Media, who missed the green mountains of her homeland. He ordered an artificial mountain to be created stone by stone, root by root, until a desert kingdom bloomed into paradise. But here's the twist. For all their fame, there's one enormous problem. No one can prove the Hanging Gardens ever existed. Not a single Babylonian tablet mentions them. Greek historians like Strabo and Philo wrote vivid accounts centuries later, but they never saw Babylon with their own eyes. Archaeologists have scoured the ruins of Nebuchadnezzar's city, miles of walls, temples, palaces, and found nothing resembling an elevated garden or a sophisticated irrigation system. So if the Hanging Gardens weren't in Babylon, where were they? One theory leads us north to Nineveh, the capital of Assyria. There, inscriptions from King Sennacherib describe a wonder for all peoples, an elaborate network of aqueducts and terraced gardens. The engineering was so advanced that some historians now believe the legendary gardens were misattributed by later writers, confusing Babylon, the greatest city of its time, with its rival. If true, that means one of the most famous 7 wonders of the ancient world may have been built hundreds of miles away, by a different king in a different city entirely. History's ultimate case of mistaken identity. But even without the gardens, Babylon's story needs no myth to make it extraordinary. The city's real grandeur lay in its scale and its order. When Nebuchadnezzar II ruled in the 6th century BCE, Babylon wasn't just beautiful, it was terrifyingly efficient. Its walls were said to be wide enough for chariots to race side by side. The mighty Ishtar Gate, decorated with dragons and bulls of glazed brick, was a triumph of color and craftsmanship, unlike anything else in the ancient world. Every brick bore the king's name, a silent reminder that this was his city, his legacy to eternity. And for a time, Babylon truly was eternal. It was the jewel of the ancient Near East, where science, art, and religion intertwined. The Babylonians charted the stars, invented the zodiac, and recorded some of humanity's earliest laws. Their priests were mathematicians, their astronomers were philosophers. To them, the sky was a divine map, and they read it with precision and awe. Yet the same ambition that raised Babylon to the heavens would also drag it down to the dust. When the Persian king Cyrus the Great swept across the region, Babylon's invincible walls proved no match for cunning. According to legend, Cyrus' army diverted the Euphrates River and marched under the city gates through the dry riverbed while the Babylonians slept. The empire fell without a single battle cry. From there, Babylon began to fade. When Alexander the Great conquered Persia 2 centuries later, he found the city in decay, but still hauntingly grand. He planned to make it his capital, even began rebuilding its temples. But before his dream could be realized, he died right there, in the palace of Babylon. Some say it was fever, others whisper poison. Whatever the truth, the greatest conqueror of all time breathed his last in the same city that had once claimed to reach heaven. After that, Babylon became a ghost. Its temples crumbled, its ziggurats collapsed, its people scattered to the winds. The desert began to reclaim what human hands had shaped. Yet even in ruin, Babylon refused to die. Its memory lived on in myth and scripture in the Bible as a symbol of pride and sin, in prophecy as the whore of Babylon, in art as the emblem of decadence and fall. But beneath those moral tailies lies something far more human. Babylon's story is not one of arrogance punished. It's a story of eternal aspiration, the desire to build, to create, to reach beyond our limits and touch the divine. When archaeologists rediscovered the ruins of Babylon in the 19th century, they were stunned by what they found. Massive walls still standing, fragments of the Ishtar Gate glowing with that signature blue blaze, cuneiform tablets that recorded everything from business transactions to prayers to the gods. The city was no myth, it had simply been waiting for someone to remember. And then came the final irony. In the 20th century, Saddam Hussein, seeing himself as the heir to Nebuchadnezzar, ordered Babylon rebuilt. His name was stamped on the new bricks, just as the ancient king had done 2,500 years before. But the modern reconstruction, crude and rushed, stood as a strange echo of the past, a reminder that every empire, ancient or modern, eventually tries to resurrect its own glory. Today, the ruins of Babylon lie silent under the Iraqi sun. Tourists wander its empty courtyards, tracing their fingers across the faded bricks that once bore witness to the world's greatest dreams. Somewhere beyond those walls, the Euphrates still flows, the same river that nourished the city, that carried its ships, that outlasted its kings. And maybe that's the true legacy of Babylon. Not the gardens that may never have existed, not the towers that crumbled into dust, but the enduring human need to imagine something greater, to build wonders even when the world says it cannot be done. Because Babylon, in the end, was not a place. It was an idea, a vision of human brilliance and folly intertwined, forever reaching toward heaven, forever falling, and forever remembered. The real story of Babylon isn't about the gardens that hung in the air. It's about the dreams that refused to die, even when the city itself was swallowed by the sands of time. And maybe, just maybe, somewhere out there, beneath the layers of dust and legend, Babylon still breathes, waiting for the day we finally understand what it was trying to tell us.